Ka halalim la Yahal Bashim, Yahal Shai, Bahashim Racha Kodash, double honest of great Muslim apostles, and Thawda, Yahal Shai for giving us the strength to keep enduring in Esau's kingdom, and also for giving us the strength to keep persevering and to keep pushing these videos. Thawda Yahal Shai. So out came on a quote, as you guys can see from the article right now. It says, inside the black market, selling fake Max passports for £850 each. And obviously I say Max because YouTube are taking down videos, so I gotta be careful as well. It says within the Vax, almost flopped there. Within the Max passports, now a firm reality in the UK for international travel and soon access nightclubs, a booming industry for fake documents has sprung up. So let's read a little bit more. Yeah, man. So obviously from this, the reason why I'm making this video ultimately is that these fake passports that people are creating will then lead to Esau forcing everyone, well not forcing everyone, but basically forcing the heathens, the 2/3, and basically those who don't have the protection from Yahweh Shem Yahshua to take this mark of the beast as well. So that's what it's all leading up to. And let's read on. So it says £850 a piece. So obviously for each fake Max passport, in order to travel around and to go to places as well, it will cost £850, which is around man, you know what? I'll go on the internet and check it. Dollars to thing. Let's check it. Dollars. Actually, pounds to dollars really. So okay. I'm just gonna see how much it is. £850 to get that fake Max passport. Let's see. It was £850. So that's 850. And if you convert it to US dollars, this is what you get. Wow. So around $1,168 dollars 90 cents. So roughly speaking, it's like I think you guys call it 1,200 roughly. In America, $1,200 or 1,200 roughly speaking. Clearly, as you guys can see here, that's basically what it is to get a fake passport in the UK. Let's see. Yeah, so back to the article. Let me check if it's recording. Yeah. So Vice spoke to two Brits who bought false documents and a pair who forged them for friends and family, because obviously people want to go out and travel, get their freedoms back, and some of them don't want to take the Max. That's why that's basically what's leading to this false this aim to make false fake passports. So it says, as the world has opened up in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, those wanting to travel have increasingly been asked to provide proof of the full Max. A recent negative COVID test or evidence of recovery from the virus. The EU has set up a member state scheme to allow those with such documentation to move more freely. So obviously there's a restriction of freedom that's come, as we know, Akim and Akwaf. Those who take the Max, they'll be given the illusion of freedom, which we know it is an illusion ultimately. And then those who don't take the Max, they're going to be restricted in this society. Even though we know that those who even take the Max, they've given up their freedom totally, the freedom of their body and I think freedom of control over their body basically. Because once Esau turns up that telecommunication and 5G and that's when that's when Judgment Supreme was going to be playing out. And anyways, let me continue quickly. So reading on from here, just skipping, but reading on from there, it says full vaccination removes the requirement to quarantine on arrival or returning home. So obviously, proof and all. That's why they're creating these fake passports. It says in the light of these new rules, fake max passports, mostly bought and sold in the dark net. So obviously, like if you guys know about Tor, that's pretty much part of the dark net. But I don't know too much about it anyways. But yeah, all I know is that Tor, you can anonymously browse things there. So let's continue again. Mostly bought and sold in the dark net have become a booming business, and obviously will become a booming business. Slovakia. Obviously will become a booming business because people don't want to take the max, and obviously they want to make fake proof of vaccinations, to just hack the system. But in the B system, you won't be able to hack it. The only way you'll be able to hack it is through Yao Shim Yao Shell. That's the only route to take. So Yao Ratazar will be part of them. The 144,000 Yao Ratazar. Let's see. Certainly worked out. Okay, wait. Let's read this. They insist their documents are not for sale. It's not a business. It's just for friends. So far, they say they've only provided their services to loved ones who would otherwise miss out on a long saved for holiday or visiting family abroad. Those who either didn't get a max letter in the time to travel, who have been double maxed but not yet past the 2-week mark, or simply couldn't afford the expensive PCR travel test required. And that's the thing about the test as well. In school, in college, the test is pretty much free. But then when you want to travel, you have to pay for it. You see the type of folly Esau was just imposing onto the citizens, onto the people of the earth, pretty much. Why are you gonna pay for a test that's free already in schools and colleges? Like, it makes no sense as well. It makes no sense. So obviously Esau's just trying to frustrate everyone, really. The wicked of the world. Yeah, I'll read this. It says, oh, Khan, yeah, I'll read it, yeah. So it says, digital passports are supposedly harder to forge. So obviously, when it's digital, it's going to be harder to hack as well, because I think they're stored in a specific database, and not everyone has access to that database where your identity is going to be stored, whether you've been maxed or not. So anyways, continuing. But that hasn't stopped friends Alex and Taylor from paying £850 in the black market for one through a friend of a friend. They were put in touch with a seller who was able to produce a fake passport that syncs to the NHS app. And obviously, it's probably Esau. These guys are probably Edomites right here. Alex and Taylor. You might have some hacker friends or something. Can't. Anyways, continuing. So it says the app is supposedly more secure against fraud than paper forms, linking to both your GP. Actually, let me read that again. The app is supposedly more secure against fraud than paper forms, linking to both your GP and NHS number. Alex and Taylor shared a copy of the false document, which looked indistinguishable. It looked indistinguishable, which means you can't tell the difference between the real version and the fake version. Indistinguishable from the real thing. With Vice, I'm not an anti-Max, obviously code word. I've had all other non-CV Maxes, but the CV one is still in a trial period, and I feel like it's a bit of an edit. bit of an experiment, explains Taylor, who also got who also maxed their child as a baby. So clearly Taylor probably doesn't even trust Esau's max. Because obviously many people don't want to trust it for now. As he said, it's a bit of an experiment, and obviously Esau is experimenting too. This max is pretty much a test before the actual mark, which is the microchip, as the great Muslim apostles preach as well. It's preparing those who take it, it's preparing their bodies to receive that chip when it comes. Okay, so it says, Alex agrees. I feel like the max was Rust though. Rust through, exactly, within that 6 months or something. Between 2019 to actually within 2020, that was just a short time that they found the max. How are you gonna trust that, man? Either way, yeah, we ain't trusting our enemy Esau, that's the point. So obviously the test for those, whether they have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai or not. So during the development of the max, the max development was accelerated thanks to a global effort to tackle the pandemic, though as pointed out by Reuters, clinical and safety standards have been maintained throughout. All three max approved for use in the UK have already been through normal stages of max testing, including the human and animal studies. And while the trials are still ongoing, this is to allow researchers to carry out routine safety monitoring on a trial participant for up to 2 years. Yeah, 2 years haven't even passed, and we don't even know the long-term effects of this thing. Some of us, I mean, we've already seen videos for your Akuman at Quaff, we've seen videos that are on BitChutes, and obviously those type of websites. Yeah, man. Don't trust Esau and his max. And obviously, don't take that mark of the beast. That's what we keep warning you for. Don't take it. Anyways, I think I'm just going to leave it there, but the basic point is, with all this, with the ability to create fake max passports, this would then lead to Esau pushing out that mark, because it'll be like there's a more efficient way to have a proof of being maxed, which is through that chip ultimately, which will come. And obviously that would be the time at which many people would be tested, especially Yashala. Yashala is the one who's going to be tested. Mainly those who are weak and strong-minded within the hopeful elect. And Yaratazal will endure. So anyways, I think that's it right there, man. £850, which is roughly 1,160, you know, I had it here. $1,168. Yeah, so £850, which is the cost of the fake Max passport, is roughly $1,168. As you can see right here. That's a lot of money, man. Just to travel as well. Sometimes you just gotta learn to endure. You just have to learn to endure. But anyways, I'm gonna end it there. Call Halalim La, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash, double on the strict Muslim apostles, Thouda Yahushai for the power to make this video and to endure in Esau's kingdom as well. And a bad woe, death to Babylon, and death to this wicked system as well. And Shalom Akim, Shalom Akwath. Shalom.